Welcome to video 6, an update on Blue Sky. So last night we lost money again. We had, if you recall, we increased our stop loss to $200 overall for all pairs. And we were at around just below $500. So we lost 200, and because of slippage and because this isn't 100% precise, instead of this being around 295 or something, it's 276. So it stopped us out, everything stopped, and we also had changed the ability of the EA to increase the lot size on pairs that were doing well. As you can see from here, the pair that really hurt us was CAD yen. We can't really review it in strategy tester to watch what happens for another day or so because it takes that long for the tick data in strategy tester for me to be able to kind of play this out. But we can look at the actual chart. Now I've got this on a 15-minute. I was trading on the hourly, but just for convenience here, I'm just showing it on the 15 minutes so we can see more of it. And the bars are a little bigger. But this is where it all happened here. And where this EA has its weakness, where we lose money, is really when a pretty good trend starts. So let's go back to the hourly just to see what it looks like here. You can see this is a 15 period moving average exponential. And as you can see, it is very strong here. It's kind of flat, and then it's very strong here. Now where we've made money through here, you can see this is particularly a very strong trending market. And I believe all through here we made money. So something we need to consider is maybe we need to put in some code that when we find we're in a fairly strong market, in other words, the angle of this trend line or this moving average is at a certain level, then we either get out or we don't put in a trade, any more trades. Not sure yet. We'll see how we'll do with that. I think what would be nice if I could have something coded into this EA that up here I had some indication, not that I need to look at the chart, but that is this a trending period or is it a consolidation period? The other thing I'm not sure about the hourly, we might look at in the future going with a 30-minute, which is kind of a nice compromise. Anyways, we'll look at those things. Now, looking at our summary here, one thing I'm going to do going forward, right now, all of this data is for the whole session from the beginning of the week. And it's a little confusing because it doesn't really tell me what the pair did in the last session. For example, pound yen. It shows a minus 453. But at some point earlier in the week, this was well over $100 in profit. And then it lost enough money in the next session to wipe out that profit and show a small loss. Well, I think what would be more useful to me here when I'm reviewing the day before is if I could see what actually happened the day before. And I can really tell from this last session, actually nothing happened with this. And this probably did all happen in the last session. But many of these others, I can't really tell. Like US yen is up $150. But was anything contributed to that in the last session? It would be good to know. So the next time we come here and we look at this, and when I'm live streaming it too, the numbers, so everything will start off at reset to 0. So what will happen is this won't change. This is really the number that counts. This is where we are since the session began, which would be Monday morning, or at my time, it's actually Sunday night. This will change because, again, this is total closed. What this will start to show now is where we were in the last session. So we know we lost about $230 or so. So this number would right now show minus 230, which really tells us more information. So what I'm going to code tonight is I'm going to see if I can code something that indicates that we're in a reasonably strong trending market. I'll probably stick with an hour because anything that's happening probably on these hourly bars. Mind you, this trend here, if we were to try to gauge it when it starts to have a pretty steep angle one way or the other here, because I can imagine all these trades were actually buy trades. There's a couple ways we could do this. In a way, I'm kind of leaning towards really not getting out of the trade so much, because even if we needed a certain angle, a steeper angle, it would be kind of too late here anyway, unless we had a smaller time frame. But what we could do is, even if the angle isn't that severe, we start placing some trades along with the trend. Even if those trades had to take profit, so that yes, they come off the table, but what's happening is it's at least on its way down here, it's still contributing some dollars and some trades to the balance. I might experiment with that tonight. And the other thing, I'm going to do a little bit of work on the second EA that I talked about, which is the RSI grid. I'm looking forward to doing that. One of the difficulties I have with Blue Sky is, as I've mentioned many times, it's based on Boxel Code's EA17, which is a free sample code on YouTube. And if you watch it in real action or on the strategy tester, it's pretty well trading counter trend all the time. That's why this gets into trouble. This is clearly a downtrend, but it was making buy trades. Now that mysteriously works out very well in consolidating markets and even some mildly trading markets. But it does go against what I've been doing for several years, and I tend to be, I've always been a trend trader. I trade with the trend. And I think what we'll find is with the new EA, the RSI grid EA, I think we'll see that the trades are going with the trend, which is a little easier on, me visually. It makes more sense. This seems a little risky. Well, obviously it is a little risky. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll maybe make another video tonight after I've done some of those changes, just outlining what they were. So end of the video for now, and I will see you next time.